Hi everyone, how are we today? Jodie with you again. I thought I would just sit and I seen something on YouTube the other day that by Marini, and I just loved it, and it was using these little puff stickers from Portercraft. They look like little tiles, so I thought I would give it a go and paint. And these are from Portercraft. They're little butterflies on sticks, but we're going to take them off the sticks. And we've got some watercolour paper, which we're going to cut up into little tiles. So a little cotton watercolour card. So let's get started, shall we? Welcome back, guys. This is the canvas that I decided to use because the other ones weren't really working for me. So I've primed a little flat canvas with some white gesso, and I am using up the watercolour paper here that I've cut up, and I'm attaching them onto this canvas with some gel medium. So you're just gonna cover them and stick them down until you've got the whole entire canvas covered with your watercolour paper. So this next step, we're going to take our little tile stickers here and we're going to place them on the canvas. We've set that aside to dry, and I'm going to, just for a little bit of extra strength, I'm going to attach them with the gel medium. So you're going to play around with the composition and see like where they fit and how it looks, how it balances, and maneuver them around. So that's what I was doing here, just until I got it in the place where I thought it would balance and look fine. So didn't like that butterfly, so stuck with the blue and green butterflies and left the tiles in this position. So once the canvas was dry and the tiles were stuck down, this is where I decided to start adding some colour. So I've started with this golden paint in teal, and I'm just going to cover the whole canvas in this colour, making sure that I actually paint all the edges as well. So getting into all those little crevices and making sure I'm covering those stickers as well with a bit of colour. So for this next part of the canvas, I decided that I would add a bit darker green, sort of to try and pull that colour from that butterfly and highlight some of the tiles. So I really wasn't sure which way I was going to go with the colour, but I just played around and brushed it over until I was happy with how it looked. So I didn't mind this green, this was okay, this colour. So as you can see, I'm just sort of manoeuvring the board around and covering up what I thought would be ideal. And to lighten it up, I've gone back to my gesso just to add some highlights on those tiles, as you can see here. And just create a bit of depth, some highlights. Oh, sorry about that. Forgot about the camera being there. So here we go, some more gesso. Okay, that's looking a little better. Maybe a bit light. So I thought, what can I do to add some more colour? So again, pulled out some blue this time to match in with the butterfly. So it's just about creating layers and layers and layers of different colours. So as you can see, trying to match it up here. So I really liked that blue. So got a bit dark there on occasion. So when it gets like that, that is when you pull out the gesso and just lighten up your canvas a little, and to help add some more highlight and bring it back to a lighter shade, I guess. For me it was. Once again trying to create some depth on this canvas and pull out some detail. So we're just going to clean up this area. So resetting the scene, as my very lovely friend Rosalie says, which is great when you're working and you've got paint and stuff. It's nice to reset the scene and take a look. So I have then gone and found my Finnabair waxes, which I just love them for creating colour, and good old finger to use instead of a paintbrush. I find that the easiest way to put colour onto canvases or mixed media stuff anyway, like off the page stuff. I started with this gold, but I thought it was a little heavy, so I pulled out this beautiful, I think it's like peacock, I think it's called, and I thought, yep, that'd be much nicer. So again, when you want to, you know, fix, it wasn't a mistake, because there's no mistakes in, you know, in this stuff, only in your creation. I decided that I would try and use the gesso to dull down the colour, and then add this peacock green colour, which I just love. And then it started to really come together and work for this canvas. So as you can see, I've added enough colour, just touching it up here and there, and then I decided that I wanted to shade it a little, make it a little darker. So this beautiful wax is like a gunmetal grey. I'm not sure of the name of it, probably should have checked that, but I will link all the colours that I used in the description box below, so be sure to check them out, and you'll find them in my store. So this gave it a more of a grungy look, I think, and really helped tie in those colours. No, those butterflies didn't work, so I was like, no, stick with the blue and the green, which I really loved. So to create even more darker shade, I just grabbed a black ink. I think I used black archival ink and an ink blending tool, and just shaded the edges, a bit like you would do if you were doing a card. I always ink the edges of my cards because I think
helps create some detail and finish the edging of the card off. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm finding that the black ink, whoops, again, sorry, got the camera was missing. So yeah, so I was really, you know, kind of looked at that and then went, right, this is pretty good. I'm liking how this is looking. So I wanted to add some detail underneath the butterflies. So that's when I went to my sewing stash and I pulled out some black cotton sewing thread and decided that I would put that underneath the butterflies. So as you can see here, I attached the butterfly first and then thought, no, I'd like something underneath it. So that's when I decided I'd grab the cotton out. And I decided that I would put these two butterflies together to create a little bit more, so it was like sort of flying off the canvas. Just using some Tombow glue there, any kind of strong glue will work. So here we go, we're sticking the cotton underneath here. Gets a really bit sticky, and the butterflies being plastic weren't rubbing the glue, so it took a while for that to stick. So, but then I was able to maneuver it around and be able to use it. So just to finish off the canvas, I decided to add this gorgeous metallic wax. It gave a really shimmery effect and really pulled out the colour of that butterfly that was on top. So as you can see here. And then I found these little gold butterflies, so I thought I would attach it to the center of these butterflies just to add a little bling. And then of course you can't ever finish a Marta inspired project without adding some white splashes. So just grab your white paint, water it down with the spray bottle, grab a paintbrush and go to town. Be sure to move stuff out the way so you don't get paint all over it, which I did because I always forget to. So here we go, adding some white splashes. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you will find that I'm done. Thanks Marta for the inspiration, and I hope you've enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time.